With a choice between risking their health and casting their votes, tens of thousands of Wisconsinites arrived at the polls.
I'd rather wait in this line hand in hand, come together as an American to come and exercise this great God-given freedom right to vote.
They came with masks, gloves, and an abiding faith in democracy, and a rising furor for the leaders who put them at risk by compelling them to carry out an election amid a deadly global pandemic. It was an election marked by uncertainty and chaos.
It is a complete mess here. In the city of Milwaukee, where there are more than 300,000 registered voters, there are only 5 polling places.
There are usually 180. Voters stood 2 meters apart in lines that stretched for blocks.
The election should have been postponed, no doubt. There's no question.
The on-again, off-again election began after a 24-hour whirlwind of judicial action on Monday that began with the Democratic governor, Tony Evers, calling the election off.
I cannot in good conscience allow any types of gathering that would further the spread of this disease and to put more lives at risk.
Wisconsin's conservative state Supreme Court called it back on again, saying Evers had overstepped his authority. Then the conservative U.S. Supreme Court weighed in, overturning a lower court ruling that would have extended mail-in voting until April 13th.
The mail ballots are corrupt, in my opinion, and they collect them and they get people to go in and sign them, and then they're forgeries in many cases. It's a horrible thing.
Now all votes must be postmarked by Tuesday or not counted at all. The chaotic election in the middle of a global pandemic could leave hundreds of thousands of votes untallied. About 1.3 million people asked for a mail-in ballot, but by early Tuesday, fewer than 900,000 had actually gotten one in. Many said they simply didn't arrive in time. 100 cities and towns couldn't persuade enough poll workers to open a single voting site, so the governor called in the Army National Guard to do their work. Voters vented their fury even as they braved the virus to go to the polls and vote. John Hendren, Al Jazeera, Chicago.